Oh, that'll be quick.
Yeah, well, I hope so. As soon as I get to where I can see them again, I'll be good to go. Hey, Ronnie Marks joins us this morning. That's great on those kids, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, those kids do a great job. They came to the city council meeting last time, and I almost got that plastic bottle over the tub, and I missed it just about that much. But that's a great group of kids.
They didn't rat you out. They said you made it.
Oh, did they?
They
did some. They did some good things. That's a good project. I hope you go out and vote for them every day.
Every day.
Hey, what happened down at your office? So we had to take the baby to the doctor. Abby was gone, so we took her down there Friday morning. She had to go, so we didn't make it out to your office when they presented you with a plaque. What was that all about?
Oh, that was great. And you caught me off guard when I was here Thursday morning. And not knowing,
yeah, I'm thinking, well, maybe it was a secret. I shouldn't have said nothing.
No, it wasn't. But the kids did a mosaic of the emblem of the city of Athens. And, I mean, it's a fabulous job. They did cut glass, and it was art on the square where you got to go into the kids zone, and kids from kindergarten all the way to like 90 years old put pieces of glass in to make that mosaic, and we're going to take it and try to implement it and put it in the new city hall, and it's just a beautiful piece of artwork.
Speaking of art on the square, it has come to an untimely demise.
Yes, they have.
Bring us up to date on that.
I can. They have joined Spirit of Athens. They're not going to have an Art on the Square show this year. However, next year they hope to be back and kick it off.
So it's just a one-year delay.
Yes, and the folks that bought Buzz Estes building and cleaning out the back of it is planning to have a art museum type place there. So we're going to kick it back off, and it'll be alive and well. I regret that it's going to take a year to
well, last
put
year
it back
weather,
in place.
You know, we had to go to
the gym.
The only one that may have been just drastically upset about it is Valgo Rainey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
Valgo, that's what we call it.
Yeah. Valgo.
He makes a lot of cash on that deal. I mean, he's racking it up over there.
There's some fantastic artists around here, and if you hadn't seen Carol Ferrer, I'll give you a little plug. Carol has got a new picture that she has done of Brittany Howard with Alabama Shakes in her window, and it is it's really good.
Yeah, they were on the Saturday Night Live this past Saturday. I saw some clips of that.
Austin City Limits, they were on at the same time. They did a great job there. I hadn't watched Saturday Night Live in a long time, and it's way downhill in my opinion. But I did see them.
Yeah, I was going to say Carol Ferrer is the one that did the portrait of Max Market for us.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Carol does a great job over it. 25th annual Chili Challenge coming up this weekend. Are you participating, or are you just
Absolutely, we'll be there visiting and welcoming folks and tasting a little chili.
You know, even if you don't like chili, that is the place to be to see everyone.
Yes, it is. And that's their major fundraiser, so I hope everybody gets out and supports hospice. And those folks do such a great job.
It'll be a good weekend. It's always packed down there, too. A lot of things going. Hansville, we got the ball teams over there. Athens boys and girls play today. Me
and Mr. Gill and Crutch and several of us are going to go down and support the teams today. And we're going to get there a little early. I think the boys play at 10:30 and the girls play at 12 o'clock.
And Tanner plays later
East Limestone boys play, I think, at 1:30, and then Tanner plays tonight. So we got, what, 5 teams?
Yeah, there's a whole schedule in the News Courier this morning talking about the Limestone team. Any word when IHOP's opening? I'm getting kind of hungry this morning.
But I asked that the other day, and I was expecting it to be open in early March. Of course, it's not early March yet, but it doesn't appear to be that close. I think the new motel is going to open about the 1st of April. They've got a walkthrough visit, I think this week or maybe next week. So it's progressing real well, and I think IHOP is too.
You know, in March, there's several other things. Sorry to interrupt you, but First National Bank is opening up their new location on Jefferson Street, where the La Dodge building used to be, and then also Arctic Chill, the new yogurt place.
Yeah, yogurt place
opening up in March as well.
And then Casablanca's opening downtown.
Are they not
open
ready
yet,
to Casablanca?
No, but they will be soon.
All right, headline this morning, Decatur Daily. When I asked you about this past Thursday, and you were up here on Valentine's Day when Zeke was cooking for all of us from Pizza Inn, this deal that's going on with the federal government, and it says Huntsville could be possibly targeted as one of the major places this to happen. What do you know about that, since you have more ends than we do?
Well, I wish that I had a lot more to give some people a comfortable feeling about this. This is not a good feeling at all, in my opinion, for this area. I try to stay positive and take the high road, but if they take another 10 to 20 to even 25% cut in military spending, it's going to have a major impact here.
When you say major, what are you talking
Well,
about?
I think probably could be as many as 10 to maybe even 20,000 jobs.
That's major.
And
Now, are
when you
these
start-
temporary losses, or is this?
Jamie, I don't know that there is a resolve to it. I've talked several times to Congressman Mo Brooks, and I said quite honestly to him and others, please stop battling party politics and get to work and see what can be done to
In
resolve
your
this.
opinion, is that's what this boils down to? Because that's what the paper is saying. If these Republican leaders we're going to have to go along to get along.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know that's the major impact of it. I know that the military probably needs to look at some cuts, bring some young people home, or men and women that are serving, and try to protect our own boundaries. But I do think that the country is becoming more and more polarized, and that concerns me. I sound more like my daddy than me, I guess, as an old Statler Brothers song said, but every time we turn around, we seem like we're clashing over some issue, whether it's Second Amendment rights, gun rights, and I'm not discrediting that. I'm saying, but we have a Second Amendment, and we have others, and we got some critical finance needs that I wish people would get their heads together and
If
about.
this happens, and it's supposed to go into effect, what, March 1st, how could that
Right.
affect the Huntsville, Morgan County, Limestone County, Athens, Decatur area?
Well, you know, especially from right here in the city of Athens, where we got such a bedroom community, we've got people that are living and working here and supporting families and feeding their families, sending them to school, and if they lose employment, it will just have a major impact.
Well, what else on a positive note is happening
On a
here now?
positive
Because we can't
note,
control that.
That's exactly right. And on a positive note, we're working a couple of industrial projects and some retail development, and budgets look good without the new sales tax. And I think somewhere down the line that this is going to be a positive move for the younger people that's coming along. We've got about 4 grants now with A-Trip for moving traffic and doing some other things that we absolutely could not even have the match money unless we'd have had this new revenue stream. So I'm excited about where we're going and still very positive about it.
Well,
Good
I
deal.
see some, we were just talking about right before you walked in, some people have already announced they're going to run against Mike Blakely as sheriff.
Right, right.
You know, Mike was up here the one time you were about 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago saying he will run again, more likely as
Oh,
a
yeah.
Democrat. And
It's
all
hard
right.
to think about Limestone County without Mike Blakely.
Yeah,
It's,
it
really
certainly
is.
would. And got to give a shout out to the Alabama Shakes. Even though I've never met them, I do know Brittany's mother. But they are just setting the woods on fire.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she got to sing with Elton John on the Grammys.
Yeah,
You were
And
watching it
did.
with some
It's
family members.
amazing.
Yeah, I jumped up. Somebody took a picture. They did the
Yeah, I saw
they did the last announcement, and we all jumped up. I was with the Johnson family, the Drummers family, down at the little place having a party, and when they jumped up, we hollered no, and I think he caught me right in cross arms doing something else, and I was trying to say no.
It
come
always
on."
amazes me. So much can happen
In Limestone
in Athens
County.
and Limestone County.
It really is.
And
It's,
most of it all good.
You know, I get on here all the time and I say what a great community we're in, but boy, you talk to people outside when they come here and they talk about it constantly about what a great
Well,
community
great, you know,
we have.
hottest cities in, according to AL.com, hottest
Top
places
10.
to live, Athens,
Right.
Alabama.
Right.
Probably due to their TV station that is celebrating their 10th year
No.
in Athens, still waiting to be awarded the keys to the city. But
He
don't
knows
see-
you.
Well, give me the key to something else.
You will get a key to the
Shut
city, my
up,
friend.
Mac.
I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back to the kitchen, and I'm going to see if we can squeeze out 13%
Oh,
more
goodness.
toothpaste, according to Reader's Digest, out of a thing that's already empty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're going to
All
try that
right.
in just a second. So let's take a break. Y'all hang on. All right. I just read, quit. We'll get to the stereo that I got out of my mom and dad's house. We'll get to that tomorrow out of time today. Toothpaste. She always gets on me. Why is it when you brush your teeth, you spend money on everything, but you will try to get every last drop out of toothpaste out of here? Why is that, Frank?
So I don't know why.
So it says here, and big Reader's Digest,
Big print.
according to the Consumer Reports, an empty tube, I've got that on hot, is it hot?
It is.
It says hold up to 13% of its content. To get the test, run the tube under hot water for a minute. Run the tube, do it.
You're just going to make it watery.
It will soften, enabling you to roll it up tighter for a few more brushes. Then use scissors to cut open one side of the tube lengthwise so you can rub your brush around the inside, saving you probably at least 50 cents.
Times are bad. You'll waste money elsewhere, right?
It's kind of...
How much did it cost you in water?
It's kind of just like floss. You know, you can save it and use it 2 or 3 times
Ew,
too.
Bruce, don't do that.
My parents used to do that. I'd go over to their house in the bathroom and there'd be 10 or 15 pieces of floss hanging up in there.
Well, maybe
How much does it cost?
that's part of...
All right, as you're doing that, let me talk about that stereo right quick. I'll do more about that later this week.
right.
I got this stereo out. Ronnie, go over and take a look at my parents' house. That's the one thing I wanted. I'll talk more about it later. AM radio with a turntable, Ronnie. My dad bought it new in 1950 at Firestone. Wow. It was $199.
Wow, that much?
He financed it with $20 down and $2 a week. The original paperwork is still in it. I'll talk more about that tomorrow. I'll show you that. But we were out there. And how many of y'all nowadays, you're like I am, you're baby boomers, our parents have passed away. You've got to go to the house you grew up in, and you've got to clean it out.
That's so sad.
And the house looks, it used to be a mansion, and now it's so small. But,
You're bigger than you used to be.
Huh? Y'all admire that? Let's over to the stereo and take a look at it while they're over there. All right? I'll go over this way. Ronnie, that's my high school graduation photograph. Huh? Yeah. That's my high school graduation picture there.
That is really phenomenal.
Well, that's an 031 thing that just happened to be in there. But this is the stereo right here. Look at that. Cabinet, but $199.
Price tag, original price tag.
Yeah, Brad, you flip up that original price tag on it. Available on a budget plan. Your facts about your Firestone radio.
Wow.
20 down, $2 a week. Instructions.
I can afford that now.
That's really a class.
I'm assuming they considered this a piece of furniture.
I know you
with a cabinet and everything.
And that, I believe, is mahogany.
Maybe that's why it costs so much.
I think it is.
I'm afraid to plug it in. I'm afraid I'll blow everything. That's the turntable. See, the turntable pulls out. But this is, you know, the one thing I remember about this most, Ronnie? Me and my 2 brothers, this is what we listened to Alabama games in the 50s and 60s on.
Did you really?
Because they weren't on TV. So we'd gather in the living room, we'd have this going. And I remember listening to the night Cassius Clay knocked out Sonny Liston February 14th, 1964 in Miami in 1 minute on this radio.
Wow.
But we listened to all the Alabama games with Coach Paul Bear Bryant back in the 50s and 60s on this very radio, and that's why I wanted it. Now I'll be listening to them. If it had a TV in it, but Ronnie, that's probably the reason it was so expensive. It's because of the cabinet.
I think it is.
It's in good shape, too.
But a lot of people are having to go through that now with our parents, and, you know, you go and you clean out the house, and, you know, everything's there. But anyway, thank y'all for getting over this. Ronnie, thanks for showing up today. Tom, don't forget Chili Challenge comes up this weekend, the 25th annual. You can see it exclusively. We'll be there shooting video all day, that morning, 10 to 12, Saturday morning. Anyway, we'll see y'all bright and early tomorrow morning. We got to go.